This is coming to a phone company near you. Are you ready? Because what I just seen, what happened between this phone company and this customer is shocking because it can happen to you. So there was a customer that was dealing with his phone company. It was this phone company called Mint Mobile. He's been having issues with dealing with customer service, and he's been trying to get a problem resolved. And you know how they have you identify yourself for your identity verification. So he's been having trouble with the identity verification. And it's just been a sad situation all the way around. So in this video, we're about to see what he's been going through. Let's check it out.
I've never been this nasty to a company on a video before, but there's a first time for everything, and this has got me pissed off. And I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt for the last 3 months, and nothing has gone right. So at this point, making a video is kind of my only recourse. And I feel bad for people who don't have a following, who just get screwed over by companies and can't try to screw them over with which is what I'm doing, okay? So the company is Mint Mobile. Tag them below. I would love for them to see this video. Mint Mobile has held my business phone number hostage for the last 3 months, okay? And I did not want to make this video because I thought they were going to handle it, but I've been on the phone with him for probably 5 to 6 hours over the last 3 months. And it is absolutely ridiculous. This is the worst company I've ever dealt with in my entire life. Here's the story. I broke my phone, dropped it in a lake. It's broken. That's my fault. That's my bad. My fault. Broke the phone, can't turn it on, nothing. Dead. Dunzo. Okay? So I'm like, that's fine. Oh, I needed a new phone anyway. We'll transfer my number over to a new phone, and we'll be good to go. So I go onto my Mint Mobile app to transfer my eSIM to a new number. Oh, guess what? You need to do that. A text verification. Surprise. My phone is kaput. I can't get a text verification. So I go to the app to be like, there's got to be a way to do this differently. Nope, you got to call customer service. I was like, all right, cool. This is going to, worst case scenario, this turns into a 1-day fiasco, but I get my phone number back. We're good to go. Call them. You got to send an email. And I'm like, cool, I have access to my email. I have access to the apps. I'm logged into my Mint Mobile account. Do whatever you got to do. I don't really care. They're like, okay, but when we send the email, you have to read us back the verification. I was like, cool. So I'm logged in on my computer and on my new phone to my email, and they send the email. It shows up nowhere. I look in the spam folder. I look everywhere. We spend probably 20 minutes trying to figure out why the email's not showing up. And then the lady's like, well, sometimes this happens. We might have to try again a different time. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Next day I call back, try to do the same thing. The email's not coming through. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, listen, I need to get my phone number back. They're like, okay, we'll escalate this. We'll create a ticket number. They create a ticket number, and they say, you're going to get a call back in 1 to 4 hours from our escalated office, and you'll be able to do all this other stuff. Meanwhile, they had to have me answer an entire quiz that then I had to re-answer to the person who calls me back to verify that I'm the person who owns the phone number for some reason, even though I have all the information. So the person calls me back the first time. And apparently, which they won't tell you the answers are right or wrong, they won't tell you anything. It's like doing taxes. They're like, guess. And they ask questions like, have you ever used Wi-Fi roaming? And if you have, what zip code did you use it in? And I'm like, okay, if I used Wi-Fi roaming, I was most likely out of the country, and I don't even know if the country I was in has zip codes. So I can't answer that question. So I failed my verification on the phone call, so they had to put me on timeout for 30 days. So 30 days, my account suspended because I failed the verification test. So now I'm in limbo for 30 days. And I was like, you know what, that sucks, but I got things I got to do, so I got to just keep moving. I go and I buy T-Mobile, and I buy a brand new phone, and I have a brand new phone number, as most of you guys know. And I'm like, well, I'll just do this for as long as I can until I can get my phone number back from Mint Mobile. 3 months down the road, I have gone through that exact process that I just explained to you 11 different times. Except now, instead of getting callbacks and failing the verification process, I'm not even getting callbacks anymore. This morning I called again for the 10th time, and I got pissed. And they were like, look, we're going to escalate this. They'll call you in 15 minutes. Guess what? That was 9 o'clock. It's 11:51 right now. Not a single person called me back. So I called them back about 20 minutes ago, and then they were like, well, we'll have someone call you in 1 to 4 hours. Which I can already tell you I'm not going to get that phone call back. So my phone number is in limbo, and I can't get it back because Mint Mobile is holding it hostage. But get this, I can't cancel my Mint account. Because you know why? You need a text verification to cancel your Mint account. So I'm just paying Mint Mobile money, and I can't even get my phone number. Ryan Gosling, or whoever it is that runs this company, you are garbage. by association. Mint Mobile, you guys are absolutely terrible. If anyone uses Mint Mobile, I encourage you to cancel. I'll pay your transfer fee. I'll pull a Verizon and be like, listen, we'll give you $50 to transfer away from Mint Mobile. And if you ever consider going with Mint Mobile, don't. Because honestly, one, the people that you're calling, I'm pretty sure they're out in freaking Abu Dhabi somewhere, and they have no interest in helping you. And then the back team office, the escalated team office, they're not even going to call you back. And there's no stores. There's no way to reach out to them. There's nothing. There's nothing, which is why I'm making this video, because it's the only thing I can do. There's no way to get a hold of them. There's no way to have your complaints heard. There's no way to get your phone numbers back. It's just an elusive cloud in the sky. So screw you, Mint Mobile. And until I get my phone number back, I'm going to be on a defamation campaign. And I have the receipts, because your ladies on the phone told me that I can request the recorded phone calls because it's all on a recorded line. So if this gets too crazy, then I'm just going to go down and just get all those recordings online and play them and start a YouTube channel. Mint Mobile Diaries of how terrible you guys are. Much love, y'all.
First of all, let me get this straight. I never heard of Mint Mobile a day in my life. This is the first time hearing this. But this can happen to a phone company near you. And that's the scary part. And the reason why I'm saying that this can happen to any phone company is because things have changed out here. But like he was saying, he dropped his phone in the water. He's taking accountability for his mistakes. And he want his same number back. You know how that situation go. When you got something that's going, like a business or anything, you're not going to try to get a different number. But at the end of the day, he wants everything still the same way. With this identification verification, it's getting crazy out here. Because I'm not just seeing it at phone companies, it's everywhere. They do want you to text yourself, email yourself, and all things like that. And it's just too much. Because sometimes the emails and the text don't go through. Like how he was saying, he couldn't text himself because he didn't have a number. He dropped his phone in the water. And then when he emailed himself, he was on the phone with an agent. And he couldn't get through. And that's just crazy. How you telling me to do all these verifications and it's not working? So that's the scary situation itself. Because at the end of the day, it's like, what I'm starting to see is that it's like they're trying to put you through all these methods of trying to verify yourself to make sure it's you, and it's not working. How you want me to verify myself on something that's not working? I hate situations like that. And it's happening everywhere. Every time I try to log into an account now, it's always you got to text yourself or anything. What if you just don't have access to the phone no more? So they have to come up with a better method because it's just getting out of hand. And like how he was saying, he been dealing with customer service for 3 months. And these agents, and I know it's terrible, they hate to see him coming. They hate to see him calling. So they just giving him the runaround. And as you can see, he's fed up because no customer should have to deal with this. You're going through too much just to get your old number back. And the reason why, he wants his old number back so he won't have to start all over. But it's like he got to start all over anyway. And then since he can't verify himself, he's still paying a bill to a number he don't even have. And they should have gave him numerous ways to verify himself. What about the security questions? Not no, let me see if you have access to your email or your phone number. Some people, they don't have access to none of that because it's too much that's going on. Because you've been having a long day and you probably got over 10 email accounts or whatever. You know how that situation goes. Because you can't keep up with all these passwords, and some passwords require characters and too much. And they just making it harder and harder for the consumer, for the people. And it's just a terrible situation. And let me know, have y'all heard of Mint Mobile? Because this is the first time. So I wouldn't be using them. I probably wouldn't even use them anyway. And I know that's sad because majority of the people, we go through companies that we heard of before. Even though they can still take advantage of you if you heard of them. But this one was just too much. Like, they don't have a store. And we deal with a lot of companies like that. We don't even care if they got a store that you can walk into because everything is supposed to be done online. And that's the scary part. Just because everything is done online and they try to tell you this is the new way of life and this is what you have to do, don't agree to it, because you still have stores that you can walk into. You still got T-Mobiles, Verizons you can walk into. Do it like that. So this is the lesson learned. If you're dealing with any phone company, go to a store where at least you can go in there and cuss them out. If you can only cuss them out over the phone, don't deal with it. You see what I'm saying? And it's just a sad situation all around. And like how he said, since he can't get no progress calling and calling, he about to go on a defamation campaign. And this is just a crazy situation. So let me know how y'all feel about this situation. That's my take on this situation. Share it in the comments. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Peace.